What's up, guys? Welcome to the Stats Free Sports channel. Here to bring you an NFL trade prediction video on Titans veteran wide receiver Tyler Boyd. I believe he'll be traded to the Pittsburgh Steelers by the NFL trade deadline. Let's get into why, guys. So, this is not my first time doing a video on Tyler Boyd this year in 2024. Obviously, he was let go by the Bengals this past offseason, and I did a video on him right after the draft, or whenever he did get released, like a couple days later. I did a video on him going to the Detroit Lions. I thought it was a great fit there. But in that same video, I mentioned the Steelers as an alternative option and the move I liked the most. But I just thought that the Lions would, get him, and I think they were the better option for Boyd's standpoint. But I like the hometown fit of Boyd with the Steelers. If you don't know, Boyd is from PA. He played college at Pittsburgh. The writing's on the wall there. It makes sense. They need him. He needs to leave Tennessee, and at that time doing the video in the summer, he needed a team to go to. And normally, if you follow my channel, I do what's called past connections in my prediction videos. And I like to connect guys to different situations, but they have a link, either a former coach, a former GM, position coach, whatever. This isn't really one of those direct connections, but if you notice throughout NFL history, especially, I'm 29, so especially since I've been of age and knowing what's going on in free agency and stuff stuff like that, in my opinion, you see a lot of guys switch in the same division. They stay in the same division, or they make their way back to their old division. And I think this is the case for Tyler Boyd here. Like I said, longtime Bengal for 7 years. Left them finally. Like I said, they end up parting ways. He's now with the Titans, and they're going to have a fire sale for them most likely. Harold Landry, the pass rusher, he's up for grabs reportedly. Tyler Boyd as well, even more guys. I'm sure if Trey Burks was healthy, he'd be going as well. So we already seen DeAndre Hopkins leave. So I'm really locked in on this idea. And I know there's more teams, that could use his services. The Niners, the Bucks. They lost their guys. Like I said, the Niners lost Ayuk, Debo dealing with things going on. Are the young guys Pearsall and Corley ready? There's a big question mark there. And I said before, for me personally, it makes sense the Niners get him if they were to pursue Boyd, but at the same time, I just don't see the Niners window for the Super Bowl still there. I think the time has passed them. They had their chances. They had their shot. They were there last year and just couldn't get it done. So for me personally, as I said, I think Boyd goes home. I think he goes to, he gets offered. Because normally these guys, how trades work, at least from my viewpoint and how I see it from my POV, these guys have options. Their agents is asking around what's going on to get the info, who wants them, what pick, whatever. And they have their options to go to. Teams, you see it all the time, even with Devontae Adams. Okay, the Raiders turned down better offers to have Adams go with Aaron Rodgers, to have him be happy, to show respect. And I think Boyd's the same way. Where would you want to go? 8 years in, the Niners' window's closed, in my opinion. I'm not speaking for Boyd, but in my opinion, their window is closed. The Bucks, how far can they really go? He's on a 1-year deal. Why not go back home, go to Pittsburgh, and possibly somewhere you could stay long term, because they don't really have much in the receiver spot outside of George Pickens. And I've been saying, not just me, we all been saying that, and they've been in the mix to add everyone from Ayuk. They're now the supposed quote-unquote favorites to add Cooper Kupp. So, they're in the mix for any name possible. Mike Williams from the Jets, if he's moved on from. So I'm thinking Tyler Boyd fills that slot role, because right now the Steelers, they're winning, have a good record, defense playing phenomenal. Russell came in, played fairly well, but you're going to need more weapons. Najee Harris playing, excuse me, my voice giving out on me. Najee Harris and Warren in their run game is playing fairly well also, with Harris especially running super hard, very physical, more physical than he's ever been so far in his 4 or 5 year career. But you need more weapons, especially in that pass game. And relying on Van Jefferson and Calvin Austin to be your number two, number three guys, respectively, is kind of crazy. If you want to get far, so you want to have a veteran presence. You want to add in someone better than those two guys, and Tyler Boyd is still better than those guys, even at being 29 years old, being in the league for 8 years now. I'm really loving um, the move of Tyler Boyd going to Pittsburgh. To me, it makes sense going back to the AFC North, going back home, and being able to play the Bengals. I think the Steelers played them once already. Maybe I'm not quite sure. Let me pull that schedule up real quick while I'm here. Let me see. Have they played the Bengals yet? I don't think they have. Let me just check really quick while we're here. Doing this live on the spot. I can't even type right now. Oh my goodness. I don't believe they played them yet. I truly don't. Like I said, I don't keep up with everybody, but I don't think they played them. Let's see. It's loading up so slow. But overall, as I said though, like I'm loving the move. I really am. But like I said, he can go. He can go anywhere. That's the thing. He can go anywhere. He's still good. I know the numbers right now are looking too hot with him in Tennessee. But I mean, the whole team is looking down. The offensive awesome side of the ball, except for the running backs, really Pollard and Spears, they have the best numbers out of anybody, honestly. So it's kind of tough to really be like, Hawkins doesn't have any more, and so on and so forth. I think he does. I think it's just shoot. You're playing with a sorry quarterback. You're playing not sorry. I take it back. You're playing with a young, inexperienced quarterback who's not quite ready yet. O-line isn't all the way there yet either. So that's the tough part. So yeah, they have not played the Bengals yet. They play the Bengals December 1st and also January 5th. So it'd be a great test. It really would be. If you were to trade for Tyler Boyd after Monday, because the next game for the Steelers is Monday, October 28th. You have the Commanders, you have the Ravens, you have the Browns, Bengals, Browns again, Eagles, Ravens, Chiefs, and Bengals. Tough sledding, tough matchups. They're gonna need to ask somebody to help out. Just depends on who. I've said before in past videos, even prior to him struggling and him and Aaron Rodgers going through it, but Mike Williams from the Jets, you can't trust him. You can't, even if he's playing well, he has significant injury history. You just can't trust him. I know he'll be cheap. He'll be brought in for the cheap, probably traded for a fifth, sixth rounder, cool, but you just can't trust him. And also this year hasn't looked good either, so that's something there as well. And he's having good, I would say good quarterback play, but he's had spots to show improvement and hasn't really done it. Differently from Tyler Boyd in his situation. He was involved. It's just Will Levis can't really do too much, and that's the problem there. But like I said, I'm all in on Tyler Boyd going to the Steelers, but I do understand there are different options. The Eagles could be in the mix as well. They could want to add on someone else to pair with A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. Jahan Dawson from the Commanders hasn't quite worked out either. So, there's a bunch of teams that can use his service. But I think the one that stands out is the one that's home, and also with an extra bonus, you can play your team, your former team, and light them up, and try to win y'all's division in AFC North. So that's how I see it, guys. Let me know in the comment section how you feel about it. I think Boyd is still solid. And I think we'll see him really, not blossom, but we'll remember more. I think it's better to say we'll remember Boyd more once he gets with a better quarterback. Depending on the system, depending on the scheme, I think it don't really matter to him because he's going to do it all in that slot. He can get separation, good hands, beat you deep a little bit, underneath work. He can do everything, middle of the field. Boyd's a good overall player, and like I said, a veteran is going to help one of these potentially contending teams get far they can go, and they're going to need every piece of help that they can get. Teams are loading up. Jets got Adams. Bills got Cooper. Chiefs got Hopkins. So teams are trying to get better. Teams are trying to make moves, and I think Tyler Boyd could be the next one to go, especially for a team like the Titans, who, as we've seen, they could be on a mission to let some guys go who are on last year deals or a couple years left. Harold Landry, Boyd, maybe Traylon Burks if he get healthy before the trade deadline. And the list goes on of who could be moved on from a bunch of these teams who aren't really doing well right now. So that's it for video, guys. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I will see you guys next time.